All right, welcome to our online video lesson. Our first installment of Wolf Song. I've decided to split it up into two chunks because this is a pretty advanced song, and I want to start off by showing you the basic chord structure, and then once you get really comfortable with that, we're going to start filling in the details, okay? So, um, please let me know if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and but I'm going to try to clear up any confusion in this video here. So let's take a look at the chord chart. Make sure you write it down before you get started so you can look at the chords as we're talking. So first things first, what is a C minor? C minor is a C, an E, and a G, but that's a C, but to make it minor, you take the E and you lower it a half step to E flat. So that's our C minor. Okay, and you should use your thumb, middle, and pinky. All right, and then with your left hand, just play a C. And you can use any finger you want. Just play a C with your left hand and a C minor with your right hand. Now next, I have a G minor slash B flat. What that means is it's a G minor with your right hand and a B flat with your left hand. Just the B flat note, not the B flat chord. Just the note. So first let's look at the G minor chord. Just like the C, you take the normal G shape, right? And we're going from C down to G. So here's our G, and to make it minor, we lower the third a half step. So we have a G, a B flat, and a D. And with the left hand, we have a B flat in the bass. Okay, back to C minor. And then it says to B flat, but I want you to play, that was a mistake. I want you to play the same chord, the G minor with B flat in the bass. So fix that, the fourth measure, and change it to G minor slash B flat. Okay, now we have a G sharp. So to find G sharp, the easiest way to do is start at G, and you move each key up one half step. So this goes up a half step, half step, half step. So what do we have? We have an A flat, a C, and an E flat. I'm using flats for consistency. So or I guess I'm calling it G sharp. So let's say a G sharp, a C, and a D sharp. I should have called it an A flat. Sorry. So G sharp. And we have the G sharp in the bass, and then lower it to G. And then we have this interesting chord C sus4. C sus4 means you play a C and you suspend the 3. So there's no 3. That's what sus stands for. And we play the 4 instead of the 3. So the 4 is right here. And that's our C sus4. Okay? So we have a C, an F, and a G. A suspended third. This is called a third because as a C chord, this would be the 1, 2, 3. Here's our 4. Here's our 5. So we suspend the third and we play 4 instead. C sus4 and then resolve it with a C minor. Okay, let's take a step back before we move forward. Just to go over, we have a C minor, down to G minor with B flat in the bass, back to C minor, back to G minor with B flat in the bass, and then we have a G sharp, major, and a G major, and then a C sus4, and resolve to a C minor. Okay, what's next? We have a C7 slash E. So slash E means we have an E in the bass, and now we have a C major chord, and to add the 7, we have to add this B flat. So you play it like, you'll kind of hear that in the, so there's our 7. That's why I added the 7 to the chord. To find a 7, what you do is you take your note, your root note. So for a C chord, the root is C, and you lower it a whole step. So what is that? That's a B flat. So take your C chord and add the B flat, but I'm adding it an octave up. There's our C7. Okay? Resolve that to F minor. So take your normal F chord and take the third note, 1, 2, 3, and lower it a half step to A flat. There's our F minor. Now B flat 7 slash D. So how do you play B flat? We have a B flat, a D, and an F. Except slash D means put D in the bass. And then to make it a 7, we take the B flat and we lower it a whole step. So what is that? An A flat. And I'm going to move it up to this octave. That's our B flat 7 slash D. And then we resolve it with a D sharp major chord. D sharp major, we have a D sharp, a G, and an A sharp, okay? Also, you could take your D major and just raise every key up a half step to find the D sharp chord. Okay, we had some weird chords there, so let's backtrack once more. We're gonna go C7 slash E. So here's our C7. And then put E in the bass. And then up to F minor. And then B flat 7 with a D in the bass. So we have a B flat, a D in the bass, and to find the 7, we take our B and we lower it a half step, or a B flat. And then D sharp. D sharp, A, or G, and A sharp. Okay, now we go down to G sharp. And then an F with an A in the bass. Okay? So we just play a normal F chord, and we put A in the bass, and then a B flat, and another B flat. Okay, so that gets us through our first row of chords. I separated it into these different chunks. That's the first section. Okay, because after that we go down an octave. Okay, so take it nice and slow, pause it, watch as many times as you need to get that part down. I'm going to go over that section once more, and then I'll upload a separate video for the next part. So let's look at these quickly. C minor, G minor with B flat in the bass, C minor, B flat in the bass. Okay, actually I'm gonna count it out. So I want you to think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's about the timing of the song. So practice it slower, but try to identify the sections that are difficult, repeat them as much as possible, or as much as is necessary to iron it out, and then try to be able to play at that tempo that I just played. Okay, so that's the goal. I'm going to send a separate video next with the next group of chords.